The parasha, this Shabbat is parasha Shemini. It talks. Shemini is Shemini of the training to open up the Mishkan, the tabernacle. It happened to be on Rosh Chodesh Nisan, so it talks first about the dedication of the tabernacle, and then how Hashem accepted the korbanot of the Kohanim and of the congregation, and that how fire came from heavens, indicating that Hashem accepted them and He forgave them for the sin of the golden calf. And then we have a sad incident, terrible incident, that the two of the children of Aaron, Nadab and Avihu, died on that happy day of the inauguration of the temple. And then there was an incident also that Moshe became angry because he thought that the Aaron and his children did not do the proper thing in one of the korbanot. And the parasha continue with a very important thing, that is kashrut, what are the kosher animal and the fish and the birds, and so which is a very important aspect of Jewish life. So now, there is a passage that Vayikra Moshe al Elazar v'Tamar b'nei Aharon, that he became angry at Elazar v'Tamar, and the Rashi said that he really was angry at Aharon, but because to give him honor, kavod, he did not want to say that he was angry at Aharon. He mentioned his children. And so what is really the reason? What was the discrepancy? The discrepancy in brief is that because the two children that they passed away, Aharon and his children became what we call onen. Onen means that somebody who lost somebody before the burial for the first day. And he told them that Hashem told him that for that particular day, although in general they are not supposed to eat of the korbanot, in that particular case they can eat and they should eat. And Moshe told them that they should eat because, especially we're talking about the korbanot, the offering of the sin offering, because they say that Kohanim ochlim ve'am tchaperim, that when the Kohanim will eat, the people who brought the sin offering will have their avon, their sin forgiven. So it is important for them to eat. Moshe was from his love to Israel, and he said that you didn't do that, so maybe they didn't have a kapara for the avonot. However, Aharon explained to him that law that they can eat while they are mourner, same day mourner, only for Kodshe Sha'ah, which means that the two offerings that they were brought for that particular day, they will not be repeated, and that is the inauguration day, because Aharon and the Kohanim brought sin offering, each one brought different one. Aharon brought calf, and the Kahal and the Kohanim brought he-goat, and also there is also, because the inauguration, the Nahshon ben Aminadab, the Nasi of Shevet Yehuda, brought also sin offering that also includes he-goat for sin offering. He said that only those you can eat. However, Aharon explained to him that this is not applicable to Kodshe Dorot, which means that they offer every day, which is of Rosh Chodesh, because as we said, it was Rosh Chodesh. And anyway, Moshe, the pasuk says, "Vayishma Moshe vayitab b'einav." Moshe understood, listened and understood, and he was happy with the answer. And Rashi said that he told Aaron that you are right, that I heard the explanation from Hashem Pi Hagbura exactly like you told me, and I agree with you. And so now, well, I would like to talk about the issue of anger, especially because of the fact that that also in Pirkei Avot, we are in the middle of Pirkei Avot, in Perek Sheni, which is what we're gonna read this Shabbat. It's one of the Mishnah. It says, "El tehi noach lichos." Don't be fast to be angry. You have to be يعني طول بالك, to have to be quiet, not get angry, short fused. But however, we do know that that anger is really a human phenomenon. In fact, even Hashem, we say Vayikra from Noibam, and that became angry Hashem also. And I would like to talk, before talking about the biblical aspect of getting angry, I would like to talk about the physiological aspect of getting angry. The anger emotion is mediated, is processed in part of the brain, inside the brain, called amygdala. Amygdala means almond. And there are two parts in the midbrain that are called amygdala, and they process it. And this is the same center that process the emotion of fear. And fear, as we know, if somebody saw something that is scary, the amygdala go ahead and secrete the stress hormones, the catecholamines, epinephrine and norepinephrine and the cortisol, all the hormones that they are necessary for fight or flight. Meaning that either you have to face it or to run away. The same centers, they also process the anger. And they are so fast, because this is from Chokhmat Hashem, from the wisdom of God, that they have to act very, very fast, because sometimes they can be life-threatening situation. So they process those emotions faster than the front brain. The front brain is the place where there is judgment, that we can judge to see if this is proper or if it's not proper. Here they go faster. So when they go faster, people lose control. They act in a way that is not really logical, and they can say something that is not right. They can act in a way. They can hit. They can break stuff. And in fact, all of us, we heard stories that in road rage, that people got angry because either they did not lead the way, or they cut them off. They go and they kill somebody on the road. So here it can lead to something really bad. That's why the Hachamim tell us that it is a terrible habit or terrible teva if somebody gets angry easily. In fact, I mean, and no one can be immune from getting angry, but it has to be tempered. Somebody has to try to train himself that like the Mishnah says, and the habit of getting angry is very, very bad. In fact, they say that the one who gets angry, it's like is worship idols. So the question is, why this? I mean, it's really far-fetched from somebody getting angry, and we mentioned before that this is normal reaction to worship idol. In fact, we did say that Hashem sometimes gets angry. That we have many words for cause. One of them is F. So why I believe there are many explanations for that. One of them is that when if somebody gets angry because he slighted his kavod, or he took something that belongs to him, or we think that person is acting from his own, that he is, and this is really couldn't be far from the truth. Like if like they said the famous idiom that if somebody was hit by throw a stone on the other and it hit him, you can't be angry at the stone. You have to be angry at the person that threw the stone. And here we have to realize that everything is from Hashem. So if we don't have this concept that Hashem amar lo kalel, that Hashem caused that, it means that we don't have full emunah that everything is from Hashem, which is a very, very basic thing. But I believe that probably better explanation is that in Mishle it says "Atatra be'al af ve'eshamut al tavo b'nte'alef orchotav ve'ayev lechal mokesh." That don't be friendly with somebody who get angry very easily. You have to because you will learn from his action, and that can be mokesh, you can be tripped on that. Mokesh also means mine, and we see the same word mokesh many times in the Torah. That he always called the Avodah Zarah the mokesh, and I believe this is how the relationship that the one who becomes angry, that he is like Obed Avodah Zarah. And also in the Mishnah, I believe, or maybe in the Talmud, it says Adam nikar bekiso, bekoso, ubkaso. That if you want to really know the real substance of the person, his real nature, you have to test him in when it comes to his money, and when he becomes drunk, and when he becomes angry, because he can lose control, and then his real mahuto, his real substance, his real tachlit will show up, and then you do know what kind of person he is. In fact, there is Ben Ezra, he says that do not become friend with somebody until you try to provoke him to be angry, and it is okay in that instance. We do that all the time. We want to scare our children, and I remember my own children, I used to say, this is a word that they used to be very, very scared from that. I mean, of course, I don't mean it when it's a favela, but sometimes it is good. So here he says that provoke him to see when he becomes angry, to see what kind of person he is. So Adam Karbeki so by the way, there is a cute commercial. I used to hear it when I was growing up in Halab from Kol Israel. There is watch called Tissot, brand called Tissot. They say Adam Karbeki so kaso ubshaon Tissot. It's a cute word. Play of word. And the Hachamim, it says many things that if somebody becomes angry, he will forget his knowledge. If he is Navi, he can't be Navi. So it is very important. But however, if we are going we do know that it is. We said that Hashem integrate that in our nature. It's impossible for somebody not to ever be angry, but it can be tamed and tempered. In any event, we have to be super, super careful not getting angry to our spouses and to our children, because that can really destroy a family, especially because of the fact that something that we don't mean came out. And they take it as they say that Adam Kaso, they take it in a way that it is irreparable. This is his approach. They don't know that in Kaas something might happen. The other thing is, don't say always or never, or you never do that right, or you always late, or this. Everyone does mistake. All of us. We have to and to see always the good of people, and if we do that, we don't use these words, and sometimes we have in fact sometimes Kaas is good. Like for example, Moshe, when he saw that they worship the calf, he was angry and he broke the tablets. And Hashem, يعني Amarlo, he told him that Yasherko Haqar, that he was angry with them. And a few times even Moshe Rabbeinu was angry. Moshe, when he told them, don't leave from the manna until the next morning to next morning, and people kept it. Moshe, and we saw what happened when Shemaunaha Morim, when he hit the rock, and every time sometimes it was justified and he wasn't punished for that. Sometimes he was punished severely for that. In fact, so what we can learn from this is the following: that we try to explain what is really the reason that in the incident of the Torah, why Moshe was angry, because he thought that the mitzvah of eating from the hataot is applicable to all of them, including the sin offering of that they are perpetual, that they come after the first day. Aharon told him that it's not, and in fact some rabbi, they said that this is the first incident in the Torah where the oral law, Torah Sheba'al Peh, is manifested. Number two, that we have to try to tame our anger, and although we cannot annihilate it, if we are going to do it, we have to make sure we don't. We have to be particularly careful with our family members, spouses, and this, and also on Leil Shabbat and Yom Shabbat, when we sit together, Yasser Hara will do his absolute best to provoke us to become angry. We have to be super careful not to do that. In fact, this is one of the Midrashim. They say Lo Tobaru Esh Bechol Meshuvotechem B'Yom Shabbat. That why he specify this particular mitzvah, that you took it out of the other mitzvot of the 39. Why he specified that? They say that Lo Tobaru Esh, don't fear fire. This is fire, Esha Mahloket, that you have tame it. And by the way, I remember the joke, because we do know that the Kaas, the being angry, has many words in Hebrew. Kaas, U'af, U'ibra, U'zam, Vayikra, Af, many of them. My brother Victor told me that there was a guy in Halab from Shpahat Gadda. He married a girl, a rich girl, but she wasn't like Miss Universe or Miss America. So on the leil of the Huppah, her father saw him that he was upset. So he asked him, Lamma Gadda Bahuri'af. He answered him that Kia Gortim Peneha F, that her nose was super big, and it's really scary. And then her father gave him some money. He told him Matan Baseter F. So we can here the play with F. It was a cute joke. By the way, this week we are going to celebrate the Independence Day of Israel. So I wish you Shabbat Shalom, Hag Atzmaut Sameach, and probably next Shabbat we'll talk about the significance of Yom HaAtzmaut in present Jewish life. Shabbat Shalom.